This is the Palm Pilot. In order to turn it on, you press the little button on the top. Then hopefully you will come to the home page. This has all the programs that are in the Palm. The Palm we use is Documents. If you ever get lost or something and you need to go home, just press this icon and you'll come back to this page. Down here is where you write the information in. On the left side of these two little white triangles is the letter entry side, and on this side is the number entry side. So if you need to write letters, write on this side, and if you need to write numbers, write on this side. Now the program we're going to use is Documents. It's right here. Then you'll get a list of the documents we have stored in here. Stream Morph and Water Quality are our master sheets. Don't write into those. Those are our blanks that we make copies out of. Today we're going to pretend that we're doing Home Street's Water Quality. This is rotation 1. It's on October 13th, 2008. If you hit this little icon on the edge, you'll get this menu. You don't want to do that right now. So just hit anywhere to get back to this main page and then tap in the middle of the sentence. You'll get the data page, the same one the kids have in their data books. The first thing we have to do is fill in what school it is. In order to move around on the page, you just tap on the square you want to enter information and it will be highlighted. Then come down here and I want to enter Home Street. So I'm going to write an H and an S. The information shows up right down here. There's two ways to enter it into the box. You can either push on this little check or you can tap on the box itself and the information will go right there. This, according to the dated thing before with what we chose, is rotation 1. So over here on the number page I write 1. The 1 is there. If I hit the check, it will enter the 1. So I have a choice. I can either tap the box or I can tap the check to get the information. Now start time is a longer number. If you're having problems remembering the graffiti numbers, or the Palm isn't identifying the way you write, you can hit this little button down here in the corner and it will give you a page. We're going to say this is rotation 1, so it's starting at 10 o'clock, and then I click done, and now has the number down there not in the box. So I press the check and it won't show the 10 o'clock because the columns aren't wide enough, which is okay. Don't make them wider because you want to be able to see both pages or both sides. Now we go down into the data itself. We'll say that the air temperature was 16 according to the probe. It was 17 according to the thermometer because the kids never want it to be exactly the same. The water temperature was 9 and 9. The pH was 8.5, and if you noticed, I made the decimal point by tapping twice, and with the manual they'll say it was 8. Okay, now it's getting to the bottom of this page and I need to move down. To do that, you just drag up and down on the page. Another way you can do it, if you notice the air temperature is here at 7. If I go down here to these two little buttons and I press the bottom one, it'll move down the whole page. So now we're at 10. This top section does not move because we've divided the sheet. So this will scroll, but that will always stay the same. So here you can move down into the DO by going to 10. Now I want to go back up. If I press this button, it'll move the whole page back up. So I'm in DO, and this is, so I need to, the DO is going to be 9 parts per million, and we'll say, whoops, and that's a 5. So to erase, you just drag it backwards and it will erase it, and I'm going to try 9 again. Now I don't have a 9 and I'll enter it. Over here we'll say this was 8. They're never the same, it seems like. Percent saturation, it would depend on the temperature, and I'm making all this up, but we'll say 90 Oops, and that didn't work. I had the wrong number, so I'm erasing it. 90% and 85%. Now I want to go down a little bit to get in turbidity, which turbidity will be 3 and 5. And then the TDS will say 275 and 316. So I'm going to click Done, Save Changes, and now that's in the water quality. Should be under the date, but okay. Now let's talk about problems. Couple other things. A lot of times the kids will hit these little arrow keys. What it does is move the sheet to the right or to the left. Okay, they'll be way the heck out here, and you'll go, oh my gosh, where did everything go? Well, look up here and see where the letters are, or if they moved way down in the page, they could be, you know, way over in double A's. Then you know you've got to get them back, hit the other ones, get them back over, and then the faster way is to hit these up arrow keys to get back into the page. Problem number 2, accidentally they bump one of these 4 buttons down here, and you get a new program, and you're thinking, what am I going to do? It's very simple. Hit home, it'll take you back, hit docs to go, and you'll go right back on the page you were at. If you hit this button, whoops, nope, not that button, this button, you'll get the pull down menu of wherever you were at. Remember, hit home. Here's the other one. You'll get this one and you don't have all your programs. Look up here. It'll say main. Do that pull down and then go up to all, and it will show you all the programs on the Palm. Then go back into docs. Now if I hit this one, I have the choice of the save as. So I can get to this save as file 2 ways. One is hit the button there and it will bring it down, or the other one is hit that button. If you notice, both times when I wanted to get rid of these pull down menus, I just tap the page anywhere and they'll go away. The last thing is using the calculator. When we have to figure percent saturation for DO, we need to multiply it, the DO number, by a multiplier. So right here is a calculator. The kids hit the calculator. We're going to take 9, which was the parts per million, times 7.65, which is the multiplier. And they have to remember this, 6885, go home, hit documents, and then it would actually have been 6885 would have been their percent saturation. Kind of low. Okay, so that's everything. Then remember, you would go down, hit done, choose save changes. This is the Data Pro, which we use for water quality. The first thing you'll need to do in the morning is insert the batteries in the back. We have to take the batteries out every day because these machines just consume batteries like nobody's business. So you put the 4 batteries in the back. Then you have to put the Palm inside the front. When it does that little happy beep, you know that the batteries are good and it's recognized them. Don't forget to take the stylus out first. Then you slide the Palm in and then pull it back down under these little black tabs. You take this plug and plug it into the bottom of the Palm and kind of push it down right here so it won't slide around and come unplugged. A lot of times it'll automatically turn on the Palm. This Palm is on. It's pretty hard to see because it's dark. If you hold that on button down, it'll brighten up the screen. Okay, we're gonna go home because the program we need for water quality is now Data Pro. This program takes a few minutes to warm up. So when we tell the kids, and we've told them in class when we've taught them the Palms, that if they hit these buttons down here, it doesn't matter, they can go home. go into Docs to Go and they'll come right back. With Data Pro, it does matter. They really need to try not to hit those because it takes you a while to get back into the program. Alright, this is the startup screen of what Data Pro looks like. Right now, there's no probes plugged in. We're going to plug in 2 probes. The probes plug. One side has these little brass tabs, the other side doesn't. The brass tabs go up and they go into the side. I'm going to plug one into channel 1. I'm going to plug this other one into channel 2. Brass tabs up till they click. Then I want to hit new up here and new down here. It will say choosing new will clear all data. That's okay because we're not holding the data on this palm. We're going to record it onto a different palm. Okay, then it says checking sensors and your sensors will come up. So in channel 1 is the temperature probe and in channel 2 is the conductivity or the TDS probe. And right now it's telling us that the temperature, the air temperature is 20.3 degrees Celsius and conductivity is 0.5 because it's not sitting in any water. The next thing we have to do is go down and change the mode. The default on this is the mode is in time graph. We don't want it in time graph, we want it in single point. So you go down to setup, tap on the setup, then choose down here mode. Go down from mode and choose single point. When this says OK, click OK. Now it says mode single point. Now we're ready to collect our data. If I had a bucket of water here, I would put the probes in the bucket of water. Then I could choose start. And it does a count. It just went beep beep. It's going to take 10 readings and beep again and then average those readings. Okay, so now it's averaging both probes. And we have 1 point collected and our temperature was 20.3 and conductivity was 0.7. Then we press OK and we could go back. We could plug in new probes, start with new, and go through the whole thing again. When it is lunchtime, this is very critical, and you're going to put it away for the lunch break, make sure you press quit and quit again. That shuts down the Data Pro, the computer behind this, and it won't waste the batteries. Otherwise, it'll burn the batteries out before we even start lunch. The other thing we have found with the palms, for those of us wearing bifocals, is you have to tap the top of the boxes. If you tap the bottom, and because of that break that happens with the bifocals, it's real easy to tap below them. They don't work, or you end up tapping home instead of start. So if you can't get it to recognize you tapping the box, shoot for the upper right hand corner of the boxes and you'll have a lot better luck with the palms. So I think that's all you need to know in this high-tech world. Good luck.